Hey guys, it's DC, and welcome to the Soap Sanctuary, where all soap lovers are welcome. This is my General Hospital review, Soap Opera Etiquette. I call it soap opera etiquette because as I was thinking to myself today, it's like the rules of soaps that you gotta follow. Okay, it's the rules of soaps. All right. Now, I watched Albert's review on General Hospital. He's like, he believes now at this point Esme's got to be the killer. He's very convinced. I could see that too. However, if Esme was a killer and that was like a semi-reveal, it was very weak that the show did. It was a very weak semi-reveal if she was a killer. I am convinced that Esme did kill Oz Haggerty. I'm not necessarily still convinced that she could have killed all those other people. Because here's the thing. It's soap opera etiquette rule number 1 that you don't reveal a serial killer on a Thursday. That's just something you just don't do. That's just something you don't do in a soap. You don't reveal a serial killer on a Thursday. That's not something that you do. So if it was Esme, that reveal like that was very weak for me, for her to be the hook. And for her to take down a former Marine, it's very hard to believe that in a sense that it could have been Esme. I don't know why, but I find that very hard to believe, guys. I mean, when Oz Haggerty came on that day, I knew he was gonna get killed. I was like, we haven't seen this guy in weeks, and now he's just back on all of a sudden. The writers didn't even do even like a proper lead up to this. You know what I'm saying? It was just like they just threw him in there. And obviously this is related to the bloated cast on GH, but you know, if they would have had it that Oz Haggerty was lurking around for a few days when we saw him and then we got killed, I would have been more shocked. I would have been more surprised. But we know for the most part when people come on GH, there's a reason behind that, I want to say. And when Esme was going to visit Ryan in Sprigridge, and Ryan said, "Don't you touch my Ava," and I'm just like, Esme just got done telling you that Ava tried to kill her. So I think that's weird that he would think that Esme would not want payback. If someone threw me off of a parapet, is that really what it's called, a parapet? That's such an interesting name. Okay, but if someone threw me over a parapet, I would be going for revenge too. Like, I mean, why would that be so far? I mean, he's crazy, but why would that be so far-fetched in his mind that Esme would not be going back for revenge against Ava for that? She left her for dead. So I don't understand why he would think that's such a far-fetched concept, in a way, after Ava pretty much tried to kill her. So to me, it didn't make sense. To me, that just did not make sense at all. Another thing I would say in terms of soap opera etiquette, this is my soap opera etiquette rule. I would say number 2 that I would add here in this review, is that you don't kill off main characters in the middle of the week. Brando, to me, was not really a main character. He had the potential to be a lead and all that other stuff, but he was really supporting in my eyes. And he got killed off in the middle of the week. And the aftermath of that lasted a day or two. And I'm going to tell you guys this right now, right? Main characters don't get killed off in the middle of the week. They get killed off on a Friday as well, all right? And we see the aftermath usually play out for a week. I'm going to give an example. If Sonny were to die, it would be on a Friday, and we would see the aftermath play out for a week of everyone in Port Charles reacting to Sonny's death, if not longer of a time frame. So Brando's character was very expendable, very disposable, which is one of the reasons why I feel like on days they had Clyde Weston be the killer and not Craig or anybody else, because Clyde Weston's character, since Ben is longer on, he's a disposable character. He's disposable. He really has no ties. They can either just make it him and wash him off without any alterations to anybody else's history or storylines. He was disposable. So supporting characters at times can be very disposable. I mean, Brando, Corbin, related to... And there's a discrepancy I need someone to clear up. Was Mike's last name really Corbin, or was that a name he created? Because technically Mike's last name is Corinthos, right? Since Sonny Corinthos, he's Sonny Corinthos Jr. Well, since Sonny is Michael Corinthos Jr., so technically his dad was Michael Corinthos, which means Corbin either was a family name he decided to readapt or that he created. So someone school me in the comments here, because I hear a lot of people go back. I've seen people go back and forth in my comments before about the Corbin name. Was Mike, Sonny's father, last name actually really Corbin? Was that a family name, or did he make that up? Right? Because it makes me wonder if the writers really followed the right trail in having Brando's last name be Corbin and not Corinthos. So, I don't know. Anyways, you guys school me on that. Let me know what you guys think. You guys school me on that. I've just always wondered that for a moment. But at the end of the day, if it was Sonny or anybody else, a main character, their death would have way more of an aftermath at that point. And We're always seeing with this Hook storyline people almost getting killed. I need at least 2 good victims. You gotta have at least 2 good victims in a serial killer storyline. At least a good 2 victims. Brando was a start, and I wonder, is this really a serial killer or is it just a killer? Because technically, one person has been killed, honestly, so far. One person, which is Brando. Nobody else has been killed. So is that the means of it? Like, you know, it just makes me wonder, in a sense. It makes me wonder. I have to honestly say, sadly, that there isn't a storyline here on GH I can say I'm super excited about. I haven't been excited about a storyline GH since they brought on Ms. Wu. And Nixon Falls. I love Nixon Falls storyline. I loved it. It was just fresh. It was different. Oh, I loved it. It reminded me of the Paris, Texas storyline Would Like to Live. When Vicky ended up in Paris, Texas working as a waitress. That's what the Nixon Falls storyline reminded me of. But I haven't been excited about a GH storyline since Nixon Falls and Miss Wu being brought on. I haven't been excited about storyline since then. It's been a minute. I just feel like there's so much more they could do on GH. Let's talk about Vanna. Apparently there was some thing with Vanna and their love scenes. I thought the Vanna love scenes were great. I actually like the love scenes on soaps. It's called Love in the Afternoon, so I have no issues with that. Valentine and Anna, I'm not crazy about a lot of the couples on the show. I have to be honest, I'm not. And Valentine and Anna is another one for me. I'm just not feeling it. Even when I sit down, you know those moments when you watch a soap and you're doing something else maybe, but when you sit down, you watch a soap and you get lost in the scope of it to really see what's going on, to really feel pulled in by the storylines. I didn't get that with Alex and with Anna and Valentine. I didn't get that with them. And like with Brooklyn and Chase, that storyline is like, I would even say comical, because I feel like the writers are actually taking that storyline seriously. It literally does nothing for me. This storyline with Brooklyn, and I think we've all know the Brooklyn and Chase storyline has done nothing for me. It's moved nothing. I don't get it. I don't get what's the point of this. Are they trying to revisit the whole Eddie Main saga? It does nothing for me as a storyline. It absolutely does nothing for me. I'm not invested at all. I wish they would stop. The Chase brothers, well, the Chase men, which is Gregory, Harrison, and Finn, which is Finn's last name Chase? No, Hamilton Finn. Well, whatever, all 3 of them. It's not working for me. It's giving a bootleg version of the Vega brothers on One Life to Live for me. That's what it's giving for me. All right? I'm just not invested in the couples on the show. I mean, there is a possibility that Willow could be having an affair with TJ. I would be totally invested in that. But other than that, I don't know. The couples on the show, and I was invested in Sunny and Nina for the longest time because it was different, you know? And like I said before, the reason why Sunny did not sleep with Nina and Nixon Falls because the writers were concerned about the issue of consent. But I feel like at times the soap, I would have been okay with that personally. I don't know if everybody else would have felt that was an issue. I would have been okay with that. But I feel like that was the reason why the writers did not have Nina sleep with Sunny and Nixon Falls, because since he wasn't aware of who he wasn't conscious, and we're living in a very PC culture and a cancel culture, they were concerned about the issue of consent. But this is a soap at the end of the day. I don't know. I would have been able to suspend reality a little bit on that one. I would have. But the couples on the show, like I said, they're just lacking a lot of things for me, you know? But anyways, let me go on and move on to Carly and Drew and this new Carly storyline. Carly and Drew. Drew is Ryan Lavery. Drew is Cameron Matheson. Cameron Matheson is playing Cameron Matheson. I've seen him in Hallmark movies. I've seen him on My Children. And I've seen him now on GH. Cameron Matheson is playing Cameron Matheson. He actually is a good actor, but he's just playing Cameron Matheson for me. That's enough said on that one. The Carly storyline, I actually like this because we're actually getting a chance to explore who Carly is outside of Sunny's world. And even when she said, like, you know, maybe I shouldn't keep his last name, I actually like that because I want to see what Carly's identity looks like outside of a man, even though this journey also involves her being with a man. But I really want to see where this storyline is going to go, what we're going to uncover about Carly's past and her Aunt Ruby and all, because I don't feel like GH really focuses enough on the fact that Carly is a Spencer, because you got to think about it, guys. Sunny, Carly, and Jason, as a holy trinity, the triumphant trio of GH, who was always on all the GH posters, flyers, and billboards and promos that we've seen for so many years. Those 3 are part of three major families. And then they added Sam on, who was also part of a major family. You got Sam, who was a Cassadine. I don't think they focus on that enough, that Cam was a Cassadine. You got Jason, who is a Quartermain. I don't see we focus on that enough. We got Carly, who was a Spencer. I don't see we focus on that enough. And then we have Sonny, who was a Corinthos. Funny enough, of all four of them, they all have very colorful histories with their parents, and they've all pretty much abandoned their family ties. Sonny pretty much would disown Mike in the beginning for leaving him as a child. Jason, after his brain injury accident, pretty much I wouldn't say disowned the Quartermains, but he abandoned them. Carly has never had that true connection to the Spencers when she first came to town, and that was the same with Sam. Not knowing who Alexis was and not really having that necessarily that tie with the Cassadines. But I'd like to see more of that, because here's the thing, like I said in soaps, you don't have to pull storylines out the wazoo. There's enough already there to connect. If you work at it enough, there's enough already there to connect. And I feel like new viewers coming in, they would probably be shocked to know that Sam was a Cassadine, Christina's a Cassadine, Molly's a Cassadine, and it's not focused on enough. And I understand it's because Alexis is a Cassadine, but she's like living in her own world. It's kind of like with Gus Itoro on Guiding Light, where he was a Spalding, but he was living in his own world across town in Springfield, you know? Or like Bo Brady in Days, where we knew he was Victor's son, but he still had that Brady in him, and he was living in his own world across the Brady pub with Bo, with Hope, and all those other people. But I wish they would just capitalize more on those relationships. Because there's storylines there that could go for a long time. And maybe they've been there and I just haven't been paying attention as I could have been. But I just feel like in the years I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it enough. Like when Victor sat down with Christina and was just kind of like, you know, when she's like, oh, I'm here with my great uncle Victor. It was weird because I feel like in the years I've watched the show, it's very rare that I feel like I would see Sam, Molly, Christina interact with anybody in the Cassadine family outside of Nicholas, or maybe even Spencer, if that, maybe even that. It's very rare that I've seen those interactions, and I feel like why not us capitalize on that a lot more? That's what I would like to see. So that's something I would want to see more of, in a sense, on the show. All right, I want to talk really quickly about Trina and Curtis. They're really trying to get Trina to hate Curtis, but I don't see what Curtis did was wrong. He got you a fellowship. It was what you always wanted, and he's trying to keep you safe. And then she's like, you know, I'm upset because it's, you know, it's my choice. I'm like, girl, there's a serial killer out here. Like, this is no time. Oh God, let me, I was about to say something that was gonna come off really bad. But this is not the time to be acting like, I'm gonna keep this point to myself. I say that because I don't see if I say that how that's gonna sound any other type of way, especially with me as a man saying that. So I'm just not gonna say it. But Curtis is trying to save you, okay? He's trying to save you. He's trying to keep you safe. All right, that's how I feel. He's trying to keep you safe. Because my thing is, this is what I believe is gonna happen. This is a theory I have. I have a theory that I think that Curtis will be the next victim of the hook, because I believe if it is Esme or whatever, Trina would be a target. And Curtis would then try to save Trina as a result. And he gets hooked. Not killed, but almost killed, as we've been seeing. The almost killings. And then I will make Trina just love him so much and accept him and embrace him, you know. Or another theory I have too is that Spencer will get attacked, more brutally attacked in prison. And that will make Trina just fall back in love with him. So you will see. By the way, how great was it to see Cyrus come back on GH this week? How good was that? How good was that to see Cyrus? Speaking of Cyrus, where the hell is the mayor? Let's talk about it. Where the hell is the mayor? Where the hell is the mayor? I get that Jane Francis had to leave. I get it. I get they wrote her out that she had to go see Leslie, her mom. But this is my whole thing. The writers didn't even say that Laura released a press statement or something. How do you have a serial killer, or almost serial killer, because only one person been killed. It's not serial killings. Only one person been killed. But how do you have a serial attacker come to town and the mayor hasn't released a press statement? Let's talk about it. Let's talk. The mayor has released a press statement. Especially the mayor is a character on canvas. The mayor hasn't even released a press statement. Mayor Lomax would never. Mayor Lomax would never. Where is Lawyer? Where is Laura? Where is she? Where is she? She's just chilling. Where is she? You have a whole serial killer in town. Your grandson is in jail. I don't understand. I don't understand this. And Anna and Valentine trying to figure out Victor. Do you notice they dropped the whole Luke storyline thing? And now it's like, oh, Valentine needs to protect Charlotte. It's like the writers were going to do their whole Luke thing, and did Victor kill Luke, and was he behind it? And they just dropped it. I picked up on that. I picked up on that. But I don't believe that Victor would really hurt his granddaughter. I don't feel like he would do that, honestly. I don't get that kind of vibes from Mr. Sheffield. I don't get that from Mr. Sheffield. I don't get that from him. But damn, guys, I think that was the shortest review I've ever done here with GH. There wasn't much to even talk about on the soaps this week, guys. There wasn't. Oh, Cody and Mac. I don't believe Cody's Mac's son. This is another soap opera etiquette rule I want to put out there. Paternity reveals don't get revealed casually in conversation. It's been like, at this point, it's almost like Maxie and Mac have accepted that Cody is his son, and we have yet to see a DNA test produced. Cody is not Mac's son. What I believe is one of two things that will happen is that maybe Cody will want to be Mac's son. Maybe he'll pretend to be Mac's son, but I don't believe he's Mac's son. I don't believe that Cody is Mac's son. And I would like to think there's somebody else on canvas who could be Mac's son, but we haven't had any new characters or nothing like that to say it's Mac at all. And speaking of which, let's talk really quick about Austin Gatlin Holt, who's dating Maxie. I really feel bad for Roger Howard because I don't think this is just the right storyline for him. It's not giving. And once again, he's a Quartermain, but he has no interactions with the Quartermains. I mean, where do they want the storyline to go exactly? That's just what I don't understand about this. And what is Austin Gatlin's whole biggest secret? And will we ever get to it? I don't know what to say, guys. I think GH could just be so much more better than what it is. And you know, man, I used to really be a champion of GH, but lately, I don't know. There's not a storyline here I'm invested in right now, and that's really sad. Oh, I before I forget, I gotta talk about Dex and him being saved this week. Speaking of which, the knife guy, I don't understand why Sonny was so upset with him. Oh, you were gonna slice him up in my absence, but you called this man, so I don't understand. The man has a job to do. I don't understand. The man had a job, and he did it. So I don't understand. And you know, Michael and Jocelyn, their entitlement, they were living off that blood money from Sonny for a long time. They had no problem with it. And now all of a sudden it's become an issue now for them. So that's just very interesting for me that that's become an issue now all of a sudden for them. Because now Sonny's on the other side of how they feel about him. That blood money was paying for your school, buying your meals, doing everything. I think it's even part of where they got to where they're at right now in their lives. Well, I can't say that because Michael is a Quartermain and Jocelyn is also a Jax. So Jax got money too. So, because I want to say without Sonny they would be nothing, but no, they would still be a somebody. They would still be a somebody without Sonny. That's probably why they're acting so stank. Because they know their real father's family got some money. So they don't need Sonny at all. But anyways, guys, that's my General Hospital review for this week's soap opera etiquette. What do you guys think about this Hook storyline? Do you think that Esme is now the Hook or it's still somebody else? What are you guys' thoughts? I don't know. Like I said, there wasn't much that happened this week. And Anna and Valentine, well, Anna's twin sister is Alex, but I wasn't crazy about it this week, guys. Wasn't crazy about it. Anyways, guys, that's my review. I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Also, guys, I am planning to go live tonight at 7 p.m. Preferably, I'm going to announce my community post. So just be on the lookout for that, guys. And I'll see you guys next one. Also, I did a little skit on serial killers. I thought it was fun because I'm like, you know, all this talk about serial killers. I'm going to just do a little skit. Go ahead and watch it if you want to. Have a quick laugh. I'm going to post it here at the end of this video. And I may go live later tonight. Talk some wine R&B with you because I'm not doing any wine R&B reviews just yet. I'm still on Tuesday's episode of wine R. I'm a little behind. But anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys for supporting and watching. I really appreciate it.